back to another Just 5 Mins. You never know, we might actually keep it to 5 minutes today. No guarantees. So what have we got today? Smart arse components. Smart components, sorry. Okay, and it's Easter, goodness me. Right, so what is it? So if you use dotnet. If you don't, well, maybe this isn't for you. But if you do use dotnet, and specifically from dotnet 6 and above, so if you're using the old framework, sorry, not going to work. Why are you still using the old framework? Anyway, moving on. So smart components are essentially a drop-in replacement for components in Blazor, MVC, Razor pages. So all the sort of main web, actually not .NET MAUI actually, but that's an interesting one. I'll have to look into that one. But anyway, certainly Blazor if you're a Blazor-y type of person, or MVC if you're more traditional, that's been around for a long time, of course, and Razor pages. So if none of that makes sense, don't worry. You probably want to go and watch something on Netflix. But anyway, so the idea is these are components where you'll have things like a text box, a text area, or a combo box, like a drop-down box, okay? And dare I say, it adds some AI functionality into those things, okay? So there, it's an experiment at the moment, so take that as you will. Whether it will actually stay around or make it into some official package, I'm not sure. But good old Steve Sanderson is behind it, who basically created Blazor ultimately with the WebAssembly for .NET. I know there's a whole team there, so not just to idolize Steve, although he's a very clever guy, so why not? But anyway, so the idea is you've got well, actually, the first one is Smart Pace, and this is actually because it's really hard, isn't it? At the moment, there's a lot of AI, and everybody thinks it's suddenly going to make everything like perfect, and you can develop an application in no time with AI and all of those things. And look, we're probably going that way. I don't know. I don't think we're there yet by any means. So anyway, the first smart component is Smart Pace. So where you've got if you've got a component in a Razor page or a Blazor app, and you've got things like a text box for first name, last name, phone number, address, all those sorts of things. And basically, if you've got an operator or a user that wants to copy in from text file, an email, or whatever their details, okay, you may think, well, why do you need to even do that? But anyway, you can paste that, and using the magic of AI behind the scenes, it will paste into the right text boxes. Okay, I'll put a link to all of this where you configure it and set it up. Okay, you've also got things like Smart Text Area. So it's an intelligent upgrade to the original text area. Again, any of these are like MVC, Razor Pages, Blazor, anything that uses that Razor-y sort of component model, essentially. But this can actually, this is also quite useful because it can actually predict sort of or suggest what you're about to type, and you can actually configure this to say, look at these URLs, like look at our company policies URL. So when people are responding or they're trying to type stuff in, it's going to be a little bit more intelligent in what that response could be, or what that text box, whatever you're typing in, is going to be. It can do predictions, it can do all sorts of things. And again, you've got a really nice way of being able to configure this. And the other one is Smart Combo Box or Drop Down Box. Okay, so again, you can make this a little bit more intelligent. So an example that they've got is an expense category. So if you're doing health insurance or something as a category, you might type different things that mean that sort of stuff. So it's got a concept of local embeddings, and I did a just 5 minutes on vector embeddings few months ago. But anyway, that's where you get the nearest match or the semantic similarity between what you're typing in as to what's available. Okay, so it's got all of those sorts of nice things, and I've already gone over the 5 minutes, so that's blown that idea, hasn't it? But anyway, these are three, albeit they sound very simple, but they've actually got quite a lot of profound sort of um, applications behind them, actually, I think. But anyway, have a look. It is an experiment at the moment. It's not an official package, but I like the idea that even though you could do this stuff by using like Open API, OpenAI API, that's what I was trying to say, or any of these AI APIs like off Azure APIs that will do all the AI stuff. But you have to roll your own. You have to do all of that. You have to bind that to the components. You have to do all whatever it is. This is meant to be really cutting down on all that configuration. Okay. Anyway, worth checking out. That's what I've got for this time. I'm also looking at meta prompting, which is from Anthropic, who, ironically, I think Amazon Web Services or Amazon in general were a little bit slow to the, OpenAI and then Google's, Gemini and all that sort of stuff. So Amazon have just pumped something like 2.9 billion. Yep, billion into Anthropic. I think they're a French company, if I remember right. They do their chatbots called Claude. And again, quite interesting, made some big leaps and bounds. But anyway, they've got something called meta prompting. So it's the little tagline or, catch line is, prompt engineering is dead, because it can reprompt itself and all this sort of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to do a little article on that. But for now, yep, more AI, I'm afraid. But this one is sort of self-contained and quite an interesting thing if you're a .NET developer using, as I say, Blazor, MVC, or Razor pages generally. So worth checking out. So until the next time, take care, and we'll be back.